to show you the difference between apple cider and apple juice, and why you should drink apple cider rather than apple juice. According to the Massachusetts Department of Agriculture, fresh apple cider is the raw apple juice that has not undergone a filtration process to remove the coarse particles of pulp or sediment. Apple juice has been filtered to remove solids and pasteurized, that way they can stay fresh longer. As you can tell, cider is a little more dark, not as clear as apple juice. The University of Georgia has also stated that people have drank apple cider as early as 55 BC. And not just necessarily apple cider, but cider in general. Apple cider wasn't introduced until the England settlers introduced it to Americans. The Americans actually brought apple seeds over, and that's what actually introduced apple cider to the Americans. In order to make apple cider, according to livingstrong.com, has stated that apples don't have to be flawless in order to make cider. They don't have to be blemished apples or any specific size. They can be small, they can be big. They just can't have any soiled or any type of organisms that have bedded themselves inside the apples. All you have to do is cut the apples into quarter sizes, put them in a cloth, and press them, and then the juice that comes out makes cider. The Massachusetts Agricultural Society has also stated that although a glass of cider a day cannot guarantee good health, the sweet juice is a good source of potassium and iron. Apple cider is pure and natural, has no sugar added like apple juice does. So I'm going to open up this glass of cider. I'm going to pour cider. In a glass. Try some cider. Like I said, as you can see, cider is actually pretty clear. It's not as clear as actual apple juice, but it has this more natural sugar than apple juice because it has been processed. A lot of times your apple juice has been pasteurized, that way it can stay on the shelf longer. If everyone wants to try their cider, as you can tell, it's a lot more natural sweet. Husband preservatives. And like I said, cider has been around since 55 BC. And arrived in England, was found by locals. They were actually drinking cider. And like I said, apple cider wasn't introduced until it came to America, and the Americans actually brought apple seeds to put inside their cider. So without any other questions, or if anybody else has any questions, I will field some questions, or like I said, apple cider and apple juice, the more natural way is apple cider. So hopefully, when you go next time you go to the grocery store, after my speech today, you will decide that you need to drink more apple cider rather than apple juice. Like I said, apples don't have to be flawless. They can be mixed varieties. Blemished apples can be small size, don't have to be big size. And a bushel of apples yields about 3 gallons of cider. So think about that next time you look at a bushel of apples. It takes 3 gallons. It only provides about 3 gallons of cider. And after they make the cider, they have to let the cider sit for anywhere from 3 to 4 days at 72 degrees in order to turn into cider. Now, a lot of people get cider mixed up with hard cider or soft cider. This is soft cider. Hard cider is when it's left to ferment and yeast gets involved and actually turns it into an alcohol remission, almost like whiskey or homemade moonshine. But the cider everybody drinks from the grocery store is regular cider. America was the only country that actually designed the hard cider by letting it ferment and turn it into alcohol. So if anybody has any questions about apple juice or apple cider. Add it to the same
should be.